5, 4, 3, 2, 1. AJ, the place.
Yes, yes.
And I got the young mogul with me.
Rado.
Rado.
How you feeling, man?
Beautiful, beautiful, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to hear.
Man, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm working, man.
I know you are.
I'm working.
I know.
Working, man. New music, new artists. Jones Park Music Group, you know. New label. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I wanna play this joint.
Already? Okay.
I just want to go in because that's what we here for.
Let's do it.
This is hard, bro.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it, man.
It's a powerful song, man.
Yeah. You know, man, in all actuality, man, would none of this really be possible without my pops, man? In all honesty, he was the reason why, he was my inspiration why I even started music in the first place, man.
Right.
So, you know, I think it was appropriate for me to do that song, you know what I'm saying? And he meant a lot to me and for my future also as we speak because I'm doing music.
Right.
And in all avenues, just his concepts, man, some of his stuff, you know, I keep with me to this day, you know. But overall, yeah, man, he was a very talented man. You know, he played the trumpet professionally, the drums, the guitar, piano
Wow.
professionally. He read music, he understood music. So, yeah.
Much honor to your father, you know what I'm saying? And all the fathers out there, right? Because you're a father, right, too, right?
Father, yes.
I'm a father. We a part of Daddy's Club, you feel what I'm saying?
Best job in the world,
you know,
man.
and so you talk about your dad, but you also talk about this bigger concept about legends or legacy.
Yeah.
So tell me, I know it probably means a lot to you because of your dad, right?
Yeah.
But tell me a little bit more about like what does being a legend or legacy mean to you?
I mean, being a legend, I mean, I'll give you a very obvious one everybody uses, like Dr. Martin Luther King. You know, he's a legend, hands down. People look up to him as, you know, the person who made, you know what I'm saying, help try to get rid of the racism thing and all that stuff.
Right.
So, you know, he's a legend. You know, but also I think during this COVID situation that happened, and we kind of still in it a little bit, but overall, people lost people, man, and
Right.
during that time. So when I did this song, it was just like, man, it fits right into what's going on now. People losing loved ones and stuff like that, and then also you got a bunch of senseless violence going on and all that.
Right.
So people are losing people they love, and if you love that person or people, whatever, they're legends.
Right.
You know, when you have an obituary, you read the good things about people.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So, from that standpoint, and also, like I said, with COVID and whatever else, you know, whatever people go through as far as their losses, who they love, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's interesting about when you talk about the person's life
Yeah.
and how powerful that life was after you look at it. What was kind of powerful to me in your song was your reflection on when he was here and how sometimes the the current situation, you know, can kind of overshadow how powerful this person is based upon because because my dad, thank God, my dad, he's still alive, and sometimes that I think that I may take advantage of like the stuff that I may be irritated with and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But really going back and just remembering, I think that about um the men and the people that's in our life, and then when they pass away, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But talk about that, man. Talk about like how was it like dealing with that loss, man? Because I'm sure with somebody was such he was in your life, he was a power
Yeah.
in your life, and he had so much value, and he added so much value to it. Like, how was that transition? Like, was this song a part of your transition?
I mean, you know what? It's funny you say that, man. When I think about my pops, man, I'll just think of my pops for a second. Um, just so many like tidbits, man, and so much stuff he taught me, man, that stays with me to this day. And he was, he fixed things on his own. He did things on his own. He fixed cars on his own. He did all the studio stuff. He learned it on his own, pretty much. My dad was the person that he felt like, hey, and all else he can do it himself. So
Mm,
all the things he taught, man, you just can't take away from that, man.
right.
Um, Life lessons, what he went through, you know, I mean, he wasn't perfect by all means,
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But he went through them, he dealt with them, and, you know, he taught a lot of those things to me, even though when he passed away, we wasn't on good terms, a lot of things that he did and he in the past stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely my legend, man, for sure. You know, like to this day, it don't matter what's in the household. I know I can fix it because that's what my dad kind of taught me. I can learn it. I can figure it out. I can do it. I can look at the diagram. I can do it. I can do it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah, man. I would say, man, it's just powerful just having a man in your life, And one thing I realized too,
that's
like
real.
in this in this world, like having a father, like a stable, strong black male
Yeah.
in the home, that was there, like you said, not perfect, because none of us are perfect,
Yep.
but just being able to see that
Hmm.
him being there. And in all honesty, just like I didn't really understand, or like I didn't really understand my pops until I got older.
Yeah. That's how it works. My dad used to always say, "You won't understand until you get older. You won't understand until you get older." And I understand a lot of things. I'm older now, so I understand a lot of things.
But tell me about this song though, like, because and tell me about this song, and but also in light of your music journey, because I want to um this song is definitely more reflective. It was definitely probably a season of time
Yeah.
that was during your that really cemented the time. Like, um, but take us back, take us back a little bit to like, because we know that you had the influence at home
Mhm.
for the music because your dad was just so zealous about it, and he knew he was basically a renaissance man when it came to the when did you find out
Mm.
that you like doing music, and specifically hip hop or rap?
Hmm. It's a good question. Um, I would say, like when I was in high school, my dad had a studio, obviously in his place. So I do the run with the studio stuff. I had me a rap group. You know what I'm saying? We was called the Untouchables. That's back in the day
Untouchable.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we did it. But it was a more of a high school thing. I have some cousins on my mom's side of the family that do music also. I hung out with them a lot more when I was like 17,
Okay.
18, 19, and we started getting a little serious. Um, but my partner, L Hustle, um, and namesake, I mean namesake,
Yes, sir.
uh, you know, when I met those guys, we formed something called the Circle Boys,
Okay.
and that's when things got really serious. Um, and that's so I say maybe like 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I know I wanted to really make something out of this. I mean, I've always done music, but I was just like, you know what? I think lyrically that I'm there, mentally I'm there. You know, I can really do this, take this far. So we all got together. We formed the Circle Boys. We performed all over the city of Detroit. Um, and we had a little fame. You know, we had a little fame. Um, and I think at that time the knowledge wasn't really there. The knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
understanding the game, understanding how it works.
What part of the game that did you feel like you was missing at that point?
Um, just the vision. I mean, everybody can do videos. Everybody can go to the studio and do
Right.
songs. But I think more so of how to promote your music and get it out there to a point where it can go far. That's the
Mm-hmm.
part right there that we didn't really have the knowledge on. I mean, everybody said, well, you do this, you do that, you can get this, but we didn't have no
Right.
real solid knowledge.
So that's what I want to focus on
Yeah.
because Rado, you don't strike me as somebody that's just an artist waiting to get their big break, so to speak,
No.
and just at home with your notebook and you just writing raps and making beats
No.
all day. I'm sure,
No.
yeah, you don't strike me as that.
No.
So, I mean, when I've seen you put out your independent work, it's always seemed like you, well, it seemed like it's always been you, um, but so tell me about that. So tell me about that transition between like the Circle Boys,
Yeah.
y'all doing the Detroit. I mean, I would love to know your opinion on how you felt the Detroit scene was at that time. But
Mm.
because it is a shift, right?
Yeah.
Because and I would say 80% of the artists are probably in that what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
So tell me about that season a little bit. Tell me about the Detroit scene and
Yeah.
tell me kind of like what was the things that you felt like kind of like catapulted you to how you decided to do music in
Yeah.
the last 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as when it comes to the Detroit music scene and all that stuff, I just think me personally, like I performed outside of the state, obviously. I
Mhm.
performed in Atlanta, um, other
South
places.
by Southwest. Didn't you go to South by Southwest last this past season?
Yeah. Yeah. I was down there, you know, handling business, whatever. I just think like, man, the love the love is not there, man. Like, you know, everybody, for example, has
Mhm.
their own label. Everybody has their what they're doing, but when you're doing music, it's more than just okay. I went down to Okemos, Michigan, outside Lansing, and got an LLC. It's more than that, man. You gotta get somebody to do your emails. You gotta get somebody to do your bios, your press kits, put it out there, push your music, internet work, the whole nine. So I think like with Detroit music scene, there is talent there.
Uh-huh.
There is um um videos and all that stuff. But after that, you know, it's like what's next? And the Detroit music scene has a blockage. When you try to get to that next step, is how can I scam you for this? How can I make somebody pay for this and pay for that. And then when you pay for those things, it's like, is it getting me to the next level or did I just get my money taken from me? So I think
Whew.
like it's a big problem with that, like after making the videos and after doing the studio work, you know, Detroit, there's no love there, man. I
Yeah.
have to say that everybody want to be somebody, but everybody don't want to support everybody.
So we spoke about this a little bit,
Yeah,
and I think we on par
yeah,
with because it's not a talent issue, right?
not at all. I don't think so.
It's not a it's not even a style issue because Detroit, even though you know the street most of the street Detroit
Mhm.
music thrives in the city, like far as when you talk about locals.
Yeah,
Locals support the street Detroit hip hop, but that's not the only thing that exists in Detroit.
exactly. Yeah, I think individuality, man, is a beautiful thing in the city. So many people is doing so many different
So
things.
many different things.
Man, I see people come outside, dye hair, this, man, the swag is like awesome in Detroit. That ain't the
Yeah.
problem. You know what I'm saying? So I just think more the problem is more so, man, just the support. You know, you go down to a radio station, you go to Atlanta and you listen to a radio station, and when you listen to the radio station, you hear Atlanta artists, Atlanta artists, Atlanta artists, Atlanta. They support their city. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the same here. And I'm not dissing no radio stations at all, but it's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it works, but I don't hear a lot of Detroit artists. I don't hear a lot of Detroit people supporting Detroit. So that's just my my take on it. I love my city, man. I support people not
Right.
even just with the music, man. Not to go off cue, but just even with the businesses, man. It's like there's a lot of people doing different stuff, their own business and everything, and the support is not there.
Well, you bring up a good point because for one thing, when we talk about the Detroit music scene, right?
Yeah,
How can you talk about it without talking about business, right?
that's true.
So, I remember back in 2014
Yeah,
when I was out there.
8 years ago. Okay,
It's been a long
yeah,
time
like
since
that.
but the spirit is still the same.
Oh yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? The
hmm
spirit is still the same. And I had Rocdwell Daily Chronicles. Like that was like kind of like my underground cult album. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
But the support the but the underground cultness was outside the city,
yeah.
right?
hmm
But you know, when you want to do the music for real, you have to hit the pavement, right?
You have
You
to.
have to, right? So first thing I did was I hit every open mic, everything that I could get into, solo dolo.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, but that's how I've always run,
That's how it works.
right? But
But
but at the same time, I don't want to do that now.
yeah,
But back then, when you don't have the resources and you
mhm,
don't have the support, you create. If you don't have media, you create media.
exactly. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a firm believer to this day in getting out here in these streets and you know getting your music out there. Like what I do when I drop a single and I'm like in grind mode myself.
Mm-hmm.
I get my flyer together with my QR code and everything on
Mm-hmm.
there, and I may go to Greektown. I may go to Ohio. I may go
Mm-hmm.
wherever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? I'm Rado the Godfather. This is my new single. You know, in these days, my sales pitch is it's a download. It don't cost nothing. It's a download. You know what I'm saying? Here, go buy it. Whatever the QR code it pops up on your phone, and I do pretty well.
So you trying to tell me that um it's just a whole bunch of lazy punks out here.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
that's that's
Exactly.
so
You
like
got.
so let me finish my story
Go ahead.
about the so so I would hit all these spots,
Mm-hmm.
but I would have my laptop, I would have playing my video, I would
Mm-hmm.
have my CDs,
Yeah.
I would have my shirts.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
You on the grind. You on the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know this well.
Yeah.
So, I'm prepared for this.
Yeah. Exactly. Got to.
I'm prepared for this. So, but one thing I noticed that some of my counterparts didn't have that, right? And because of the fact they didn't have that, you know, to a certain degree, when you're good, people respect you. And that's one thing I realized in Detroit. Even though I would get up on that soul life music, that's my thing like that, I would go into the most poetic places or the most gangster stuff. I would just perform, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it would just like nobody would buy merch though. No one would buy it. See, like no one would buy it because everybody is here to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and then it was just kind of like and you stand out as like a sore thumb when you're the one that's bringing merch and all that kind of stuff. And not only that, a lot of these artists, a lot of these places filled up with artists.
Yeah, but that's a good thing these days.
It's a good thing if
Maybe back in the day was a bad thing, but now it's a good thing.
tell me about it.
Well, because I think that's what you want to do now. I think everybody, especially with like the social media age, everybody's doing some dance or something crazy and goofy just to get the viral views and all that stuff. So now sticking out like a sore thumb or doing something, well, that's real hardcore brand pavement, independent. But they doing goofy things and they sticking out.
So let me ask you this. So how do we navigate? Because like you hearing the discouraged independent artists, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did the tour to realize, I mean, half of it was just me getting that experience, right?
Yeah.
I know I didn't have. Let me just be real, bro.
Okay.
I didn't have the social skills that I have now. I didn't have the game that I have right now. I was talented.
Yeah.
I had an entrepreneurial streak, but I don't think I really understood my brand as I needed to, and possibly how I could have redirected some of that energy. You see what I'm saying? And I was just going hard, and I think that if I would have focused a little bit more and probably like you said, bring in those people.
Yeah.
It's all about the team, Brody.
Exactly.
It's all about. So tell me about that, man, because you started off with your crew, right?
Yeah.
And then it kind of evolved to you doing your own thing. So tell me about that transition.
So, I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this as far as when it comes to going out here and hitting the pavement. People will go to a job and work 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours to make that person rich or that business rich.
Oh, you about to talk.
But they won't take 1 hour out of their day to go promote their own business. What's 1 hour? You get off work, hey, what's going on? I got this going on, check this out. 1 hour. You go home, you might have hit 100 people that may share it, tag it, post it, that may hit 1,000. But you'll have to make somebody else rich and just go to bed. So that's kind of how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, put some effort in what we're doing, not just work a job, go to work and go to bed.
You going crazy right now.
Yeah, hey.
No. But let's be real, Rado.
Yeah, be real. On the way I like it.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
We have to ask ourselves the question. No matter what it is, music, career, business, fitness, do we really want it?
Exactly.
Do you really want it? Not just the idea.
That's what it boils down to. That's anything. It's people out here. I'm gonna say I probably shouldn't go there. If they got a woman that live 4 hours away, they'll go 4 hours away every weekend.
He's exposing y'all.
Yeah, they'll go 4 hours to go see that woman, but won't go half an hour to go to a major city or downtown to go promote their album.
Yeah, y'all artists. Yeah, that's what y'all do.
Yeah.
One thing, and I, people didn't like this when. Trust me, I have no problem with drinking and smoking. We're all grown.
Yeah.
You do what the heck that you want.
Yeah. God gives you the free will.
I ain't got no problem with y'all. You want to party? But one thing that I see these artists doing, maybe we need to have a show for these young artists, man, because they need some guidance, bro.
I believe
it's either they gonna sign with us or they gonna get with this podcast, bro.
Yeah.
They might as well get this game right here.
It's real talk.
But I remember I would see dudes cause I got friends, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They own studios just like you know what I'm saying? And then I'll see the dudes that's coming in to record And what do the first thing they do? They drink and they smoke. Now, let me mind you, I do not have problem with drinking and smoking. But would you do that at work?
There you go. There you go.
Would you do that at work? And not only that, it's like, how long did it take y'all to drink and smoke for y'all to only have a conversation that has nothing to do with the song?
Yeah. Yeah.
We see this. We see this all the time.
Yeah.
We see this all the time. And they waste money in the studio. You know what I'm saying? And see, but they're looking at how, you know what I'm saying, these celebrities in the studio where the record label has paid for that block of time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep, they watching TV, huh?
They watching TV. Or most of these guys just want to feel like rappers anyway.
That's true.
They just want to feel like rappers. But you doing it for real. So you'll go out there and be your own street team. You'll go out there to do your own promotion. You'll go out there and be your own booking agent. You'll go out there and write the treatment if you have to. You'll go out there and make sure that you get those media outlets that you need. Case in point, the reason why you're here with Rocdwell Media.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And which is a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm having a great time, man. This is amazing. Oh yeah.
So I mean, but when it comes to just like, it's just so you have a label.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Jones Park Music Group. That's my label.
Okay.
So pretty much my dad owned a house, big house, had a bunch, like 10 acres of land. I watched one of his videos on his tablet, and he was just taking a picture of it, and he was just like, he had a basketball court, he had a big pond where he went fishing, he had dirt bikes and everything. He considered his house to be Jones Park. So when he had the videos, he'd be like, "Welcome to Jones Park. We got this going on." So Jones Park Music Group is pretty much based off my dad's
that land. That land.
Yep, that land.
Man, that's incredible.
Yeah. Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep.
See, so everything that you doing through the music means something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me play this next joint, just so we can stay in the spirit of the music.
Yeah, this one coming soon, by the way.
Who Am I is coming soon.
Coming soon.
All right.
Coming soon.
Let me Rado in the place. Yeah. World premiere.
What it is.
What y'all thought it was? We here.
Godfather. Yeah. These rappers be trying to be hard on they tough acting to acting, but they more like Samuel L. Jackson, cause you know they be acting. My flow is so stone cold, every bar be intact. No Easter suit over here, sucker, I don't never slack. Work on my skills, now it's my turn, I had to be patient. Now the flow is supersonic, yeah, I'm on my Gary Payton. Eyes wide open, paid attention and remain focused. Now it's my turn with the mic and I'ma seize the moment. Separate the boys from the man, gotta stay consistent. Now I'm the batter up and I'm aiming for the fences. I kill all beats, no gloves, no mask. Impeccable with the flow, I'm way ahead of my class. Keep my name out your dental, trust me you don't want no smoke. I leave your boys flat like a singer singing lost notes. My shine, it was earned, it was never handed. And like a person with no legs, y'all really can't stand it.
Yeah, I survived, still alive.
to no surprise. I hold the pen, don't cross the line. I'm seeing better now. I used to be down. Look, who am I survived, still alive to no surprise. I hold the pen, don't cross the line. I'm seeing better now. I used to be down. Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm loving this. Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Coming soon, later this month, as a matter of fact. Get ready for it. Song and video. Yound Rado, Godfather, Boski, CJ Green. Who am I? Yeah.
Who am I? Who am I?
Yeah.
So that's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
So when is this dropping?
Later this month. I don't have a date yet. Later this month.
All right, so check this out. I just want to be a part, the fly on the wall of the strategy plan on whatever you trying to do with that.
Bet it up.
Whatever you trying to do with that,
Bet
let me just be in the room. All right?
Bet it up.
Because that's powerful. It's interesting because people do not know who they are, right? Let me ask you this.
What's up?
When do you feel like, and we're talking about kind of like as a man,
Okay.
when did you know, like, okay, when did you know who you were in your present, in your most highest level? Like, meaning, because usually it's something that you identify in your head and your heart first before it manifests. When did you realize, I personally call it, I'm learning to call it the chief I am.
And listen, that right there, that project is fire. I know this I know this me. Hey, but listen, you gotta call a spade, facts is facts. That project is fire.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When did you know who you were, man? Like, because it sounds like this song sounds like a proclamation.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, I've always been a man. I've always handled my business, take care of my kids, pay my bills, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I think, man, I have to say this is maybe like, wow, really? But I think within like the last 4 years,
4 years,
5 years, I got to this place where God got me thinking, hey, man, know your worth. Know your worth. And when I started to love me, like I had to love me, learn how to love me. I had to figure out, what does Eric want? I know I'm Rado the Godfather, but I'm Eric also. I had to know what makes Eric happy, what makes Eric sad, what does Eric want, I had to learn how to love me. And when I learned how to love me, I knew my worth. Now you get a real me, because I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go. I know where I'm trying to take myself to. So I think within the last 5 years, that's when I decided to, be the man I wanted to be.
I'm real similar to that, man.
Yeah.
I had a time in my life, man, almost like a what was that, midlife crisis almost.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a fork in the road. You really realize where, I mean, you can only complain about where you are in life for so long.
Yeah.
Before it's either you give up and you just are anxious and depressed all the time, or you actually take that first baby step to get to where you need to go. Now, that's a bigger thing though, but like, I want to really pick your brain more about this label thing, because and also because we talked about this. Like, I had to realize, as Rocdwell can't do everything. I don't care how talented Rocdwell is.
Yeah.
Shoot, Rocdwell is the chief.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Rado is the godfather, you know what I'm saying? But he still can't do it alone, right?
That's true.
When did you find that out in the music, man? When did you find that out?
As far as I want to come to Jones Park, man, You know, when okay, I give for example with kids, they say it
Okay.
takes a village to raise kids. You can't just be the father, can't be the mother. Got to be a whole village. So
Uh-huh.
man, yeah, when you're trying to get to the next level, you can't do everything, man. I can only go so far. You know, um, God gives you. Um, he wakes you up in the morning and he
Hmm.
puts you to sleep. So you only got a certain amount of energy.
Right, right.
So, if you got your energy and maybe another artist's energy and another person's energy, y'all can combine your energies and get more done.
Right, right, right.
I say with this Jones Park thing, with my vision and where I want to go with it, I know I can't do everything on my own. So, one person that really helps me a lot, is my sister. Intelligent, man.
What role did she play at the label?
She's more so like of a um I may ask her to look some things up for me or something like that, check into some things. And she has this way of kind of like analyzing things, seeing if things are real, seeing if they false, seeing if it makes sense, stuff of that nature.
Kind of like a market researcher almost.
Yeah,
She going out there to make sure that okay.
yeah, and then she a little bit connected with her connect stuff like
Okay.
that. So there's certain things that she can do. Um, one of my artists, Vanco, he has a single coming out real soon called "Don't Judge Me." He plays a major role also in handling things and getting things done, um, stuff of that nature. We actually just dropped his album cover on social media the other day, and he played a
What's
major.
that? What cover is that?
A singles cover for a single called "Don't Judge Me."
Don't judge me.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire too.
Okay.
Yeah,
We may have to bring him in, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We'll yeah, I'm sure he good money if he's under the wing. You feel what I'm saying?
for sure. Yeah, that's my. I'm gonna tell you something about that guy. That guy right there, the nicest guy you ever meet. Don't make him mad though. Listen, don't make him mad. Big fella, but he the nicest guy you ever meet, man. He good people's man. It's my cuz. Yeah, but don't judge me. Very, very good emotional type track.
Okay.
I'm featured on there. That's fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all got a lot of stuff coming.
Yes. Um.
What would you say? Because there's a lot of artists out there, man. And like I said, you done kind of been through those stages, you know what I'm saying? Like from, figuring out that you like music and figuring out that you pretty good at it to, doing your initial brand or initial identity,
Yeah.
going out there seeing what the all right, I can turn this on. You hear me there?
Yes, sir.
Basically seeing how the scene is.
Yeah.
So if you were to pick out some, if you were to pick out some things that some young artists at the ground level could do, like outside of just the creative side, because that's the thing too. Because I think that a lot of artists get so hung up of all ages, right? Like
Yeah.
young and old,
Yeah.
they get so hung up on making music and what's gonna go on the album and what's the video gonna be, and then it's like the paralysis of analysis. They know how can because you never really had a point in your music career where you feel like you had to stop and didn't pick it up. So what would you say is some of those things that helped you be motivated, helped you like continue on? Because there's so many things that discourage. I know I was discouraged as an artist, I was definitely
Yeah.
discouraged.
Oh yeah. Um, as far as me, man, you just gotta love what you're doing, man. I think
Love what
like
you doing, man. That's the second time you said that, man.
but hey,
We're gonna highlight that, man.
it's all about the love, man. I mean, like,
It's all about the love.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that takes it.
It's all about the love.
It's not about the image. It's not about what I'm saying, the look. It's not
Mhm.
about any of that. It's about the fact that you gotta love what you're doing.
Gotta love what you're
So
doing.
if you really want to do music and you want to pursue it, love it. You know what I'm saying? Then
Hmm.
from there, man, it can go anywhere you want it to go. That's kind of how I mean. It may sound like it's a simple answer, but I think that's really what it
No,
boils down to.
love is important. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't know that their love is really infatuation.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They like the idea.
Well, you know what? It's something a very very intelligent gentleman sent me this morning, and it was about uh a 42-minute video on YouTube, and it was about pretty much letting things kind of just flow. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Flow.
learn flow.
So man, it has to flow. You can't force it.
Can't force it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do stuff like, if you got yourself somebody you love, you do stuff with them because you love them. It flows. So you got the same thing with music. You can't force music. You know what I'm saying?
This is the interesting thing, right? Because like I grew up. I mean, I love it, right?
Yeah.
And like it's certain people that you know that love it, right? And you know certain artists that love it even if they don't have a project out. I mean, that's one thing about being an artist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for one thing, being an artist is I would say is almost close to being a prophet. You know what I'm saying? We are the
You
trailblazers of
speaking?
way
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
so and but however, the actual process of making the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then coming up with the plan on how to put it out. So, why do you think certain artists need somebody like a Jones Park label to help them? Because what would a label help artists that's maybe it's hard to for them to put the music out
Mm-hmm.
or be able to make some so what how could some a place like um Jones Park help an artist?
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of artists, man. Like I say, we've been to open mics. We've been to all that stuff. We've been to open mic showcases, whatever it may be. I think a platform like this will help an artist. A lot of artists don't know about a platform like this or have a platform like this where they can just talk and be and express who they are. You know, as far as celebrities, they have that. For example, your Southern
Right.
hip hop or your
Right.
or I don't know what's out there these days or your the Kardashians show their platforms. You know what I'm saying the independent artists don't. So I
Right.
think when you deal with a label like Jones Park, you know what I'm saying we can help you. You know what I'm
Well, you made this interview happen.
saying?
Yeah, I mean, just to let you know, just to let you know, like this guy is not sitting around waiting for his fingers to waiting for something to happen. Actually, I was so excited about it. I reached back out to you
Yeah,
because we was going through our thing,
yeah,
life, right?
yeah.
Life happened, but we still made it. We made it happen within 48 hours of us talking.
That's correct.
So,
That's correct.
so like, so like, it's important. What I hear you saying is for you to have vision and to
Yes.
create the opportunity, just like you did right here. Like
Yeah.
you was able to create. I mean, this is gonna be fly. I can't wait for you. I can't wait for you to drop this because. But it's interesting too because like a lot of artists are not even used to having a conversation with somebody, right?
Oh, yeah. They don't even want to talk to you. They want to put a link on Facebook. So buy now or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, no, who the hell are you? You know what I'm saying? Don't
right.
nobody know who the hell you are to even support you. You know what I'm saying? So when you get an opportunity like this to express and see who you are, it helps.
Well, you know what? I think that any artist that comes under the Jones Park, they'll be in good hands, man. Because if you gonna help them to do the same thing that you're doing,
Hmm.
that's really what it's all about.
Yeah,
Especially when it comes to independence.
yeah. As far as the Jones man, we got some amazing talent on Jones Park. Amazing. So man, I'm like, I'm giddy, man, just to just see what happened with that, man. So you're absolutely right on the money.
Yeah, I mean, but and like I said, man, as long as with Rocdwell Media, man, they can all come this way. You know what I'm saying? I'll be
Appreciate
a
that.
part. I'll be a part of the journey as well, man. So I mean, hey, I think we did great. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I think this was good. I mean, do you got any other thing that you want to talk about, my brother?
Hey man, let me think.
It's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you know what? We gonna give it to him in another episode.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
We gonna give it to him in another episode because it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of stuff in your story. It's a lot of stuff that's going on. You know, with the label.
Yeah.
I can't wait till y'all. You may have to come for the single once you drop the single and stuff like that, just for us to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Now who was on the track?
So on the Who Am I track, you got CJ Green. That's an up and coming. I think he's gonna be the artist out of Atlanta that you'll hear about real soon. Very talented artist, and Boski also a very talented artist also.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fire. So yeah, man. It was a pleasure for you to come in and bless us. You know what I'm saying, with your story.
Yeah.
It was very powerful. Man, I'm looking forward to all the stuff that you got coming up, man. You definitely had a lot of great things to say. I think I want to bring you back on for us to help young artists, though.
I'm down with it, man. Listen, man, I think that's iron has the sharper iron, man. So yes.
Yeah. I mean, because we can maybe do like meet the label.
Okay.
Meet the label or something like that. Like do a question, a Q&A. Yeah. Because it's a lot because you mentioned a lot of stuff today about, you really taking ownership of your promotion, of your marketing, products and goods.
Yeah.
And not only that, you came from the situation that all of us are frustrated with as artists.
Yeah.
It ain't like you was one that didn't experience it. Yeah. All of us don't quit, y'all. All of us don't quit. All right? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Rado don't stop. Rock don't quit. Much love and peace. Yo, y'all have a great day. Much love.